Hi, everyone, and thanks so much for going through our EQ study. I hope that has been very beneficial for you, that you were able to use this book to learn about your own strengths and weaknesses, to learn some techniques and strategies for improving your EQ. And the great thing about it is we don't stop. We continue to keep learning. So I have these two books. This one's the one we've been studying. Of course, I've been using this a lot as we have gone through, and the EQ Applied book. So in the very back of this book, it talks to us about the 10 commandments of emotional intelligence. So I just want to recap to you and give you an encouragement of what this study has been about the last 6 weeks, and encourage you to move forward. So the first commandment of EQ, thou shalt ponder thy feelings. Emotional intelligence begins by learning to ask the right questions, like, what are my emotional strengths? What are my emotional weaknesses? Am I open to feedback? Am I listening completely? Do I have blinders? Am I receptive to people? How does my current mood affect my thoughts and my decision making? In what situations do I feel emotions work against me? Pondering your feelings, remembering that feelings, what you're feeling isn't good or bad, it's what you're feeling. How you react and respond is where you get into the EQ increase or decrease. Number 2, thou shalt learn from other perspectives. When listening to others, don't focus on right or wrong. Remember, their feelings aren't right or wrong. Rather, work to understand how perceptions differ and the reasons they do. This includes learning to take negative feedback, which can expose blind spots and lead to self-improvement. Remember, feedback is a gift. We only grow whenever we're learning and moving forward. Just constantly getting attaboys and just always hearing only the best of what you're doing is a false confidence, okay? Because we all can grow. Number 3, thou shalt learn to pause. The pause is as simple as taking a moment to stop and think before you act or speak. But beware, while easy in theory, it's difficult to practice. Don't expect perfection, but practice consistently. And the pause will help prevent embarrassment and could save countless relationships. Number 4, thou shalt practice empathy. Instead of judging or labeling others, work hard to see things through their eyes. Listen with the goal of understanding the other person and their point of view. Even if you don't agree with them, that's okay, but just listen to understand where they're coming from. Ask yourself, why does this person feel this way? What's going on beneath the surface? Maybe it's even the way that they were raised, or maybe it was the perception that they've had in their life, the worldview, the lens, the filter with which they see the world. Empathy helps increase your ability to influence others and allows you to build deeper, more connected relationships. It doesn't mean you have to agree with or understand completely where a person's coming from, but working to have understanding. You don't even have to agree with a perspective they have, but to just treat them with respect and value them as a human being and one of God's kids. Number 5, thou shalt praise others. Humans crave sincere, important word there, and authentic praise and acknowledgement. When you express appreciation for others, you satisfy that craving and build trust in the person. Remember, everyone deserves commendations for something. By focusing on the good in others and then specifically telling them what you appreciate, you inspire them to be the best version of themselves. Number 6, thou shalt apologize. I'm sorry or I apologize can be 2 of the most difficult words to say, but they can also be the most powerful. Acknowledge your mistakes and apologize when appropriate, and you'll develop qualities of humility and authenticity, naturally drawing others to you. Number 7, thou shalt forgive. Refusing to forgive is like reopening a wound you never give yourself a chance to heal. Instead of hanging on to resentment while the offending party moves on with their life, forgiving gives you the chance to move on too. And that's biblical. And we know we have an oil called forgiveness that helps us through this. Number 8, thou shalt be authentic. Authentic people share true feelings and thoughts with others. They know not everyone will agree with them, and that this is okay. They also realize that they aren't perfect, but they're willing to show those imperfections because they know everyone else has them too. Authenticity doesn't mean sharing everything about yourself with everyone, especially in the first meeting, all the time. It does mean saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and sticking to your values and principles above all else. Being a person of conviction, being true. Number 9, thou shalt control thy thoughts. When you experience a negative situation, you may not have much control over your feelings. But by focusing on your thoughts, you can control your reaction to those feelings. When you focus on thinking, you resist becoming a slave to your emotions. Instead, acknowledge those feelings and move forward in a way that's in harmony with your goals and values. And then 10, thou shalt not stop learning or practicing emotional intelligence. It's not about achieving perfection or receiving a certain level of EQ, although we all want to increase our EQ, right? It's often when you feel you've mastered the other 9 commandments that you'll make your greatest mistakes. It's how you handle those mistakes that will determine just how emotionally intelligent you truly are. Never underestimate the power of emotions for good, nor their potential to harm. And always strive to make emotions work for you instead of against you. I really enjoyed going through this study with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I'll see you at the next book study. Bye-bye.